What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through an amazing exercise, an underrated exercise for your upper body that is not only super good for strength, but also for mobility. So if you wanna get stronger and also have more flexible and mobile shoulders, this exercise is for you. Now, many people know about this exercise, but very few people actually do it, and even fewer people do it properly. So in this video, I'm gonna show you what the exercise is, how to do it properly so you know the right technique, and I'm also gonna give you some variations of this exercise you can do at home or in the gym. All right, let's get into it. So the exercise we're talking about today is the dumbbell pullover, which is traditionally thought of as an exercise to strengthen your lats. And it does do that, but it doesn't just strengthen your lats. It also functions as an amazing mobility exercise for your shoulder flexion, for your shoulders to go over your head, and also for your thoracic spine, for your upper back to extend like this, to get us out of that terrible poor posture like this, like Quasimodo. It functions as both an amazing strength and mobility exercise, which especially when we're talking about training your lats is very unique. Many of the most common exercises people use to train their lats are, for example, lat pull downs and chin ups, and also things like deadlifts. None of these exercises really work at end range strength for your shoulder flexion or for your thoracic spine. The lat pullover does. So it will challenge you in a way that you aren't being challenged in other exercises, which I think is incredibly important. Now I'm gonna walk you through the technique of the lat pullover using a dumbbell before I show you the variations later in the video. I just want you to really pay attention to the technique because, like I said, many people royally screw it up. Obviously, you're gonna wanna start with the bench. Before I show you where you want your back on the bench, I just wanna show you how to hold the dumbbell. You've got the shaft of the dumbbell right here. You're gonna make a diamond grip around the shaft so your palms are flat against the plate of the dumbbell. When you're getting your back set up, I want you right around beneath your shoulder blades, okay? It's gonna be different for each person, but generally the corner of the bench, the edge of the bench should be directly beneath your shoulder blades. If you're too low here, you're gonna be using, your neck is gonna be hurting probably too much. It's not gonna be a good position for shoulder extension or T-spine extension. If you're too low, you're probably gonna be getting too much from your lower back, which isn't inherently bad, it's just not what we want for this exercise. So to really get the most out of your thoracic spine, I want you directly beneath your shoulder blades. So you get the dumbbell over your head, and now from here, this is really important. As you lower the dumbbell behind your head, I want you to watch my hips. I'm going to bring my hips towards the floor, and I'm going to get a nice big stretch through my abs. So my lower back is actually rounding as I bring my hips towards the floor at the same time. So simultaneously, I'm bringing the dumbbell behind my head just like this, and I'm bringing my butt towards the floor so I get a nice big arch, and you'll see my upper back is rounded, my hips are towards the floor, and I'm getting a lot of extension through my shoulders, or flexion through my shoulders, excuse me. Now from here, as I bring it back up, my hips will rise again, and I'll bring the dumbbell back over my face. In terms of my arms, I don't want them completely locked out. You can do that for certain variations, but I do like a slightly soft elbow. So the arms are gonna come back behind your head as far as you can go. Some people, you might only be able to get here at the beginning. That's okay. That's your range of motion. As you get better, you'll be able to get deeper and deeper and deeper. A little bit of a soft elbow. I like to breathe here. Then come back up, really focusing on using your lats to drive that movement. I don't want your shoulders shrugging and coming out. I want your shoulders in a nice, comfortable position, and then using your lats to drive the movement back up. Keep in mind, this is not a maximal strength exercise from the perspective of, you're not gonna be able to do this with any near as much weight as you could do a dumbbell bench press, for example. The leverages are completely different. I do still want you progressively overloading this and trying to get stronger, but the progressions will probably be in smaller increments compared to something like a bench press, and that's totally normal. Now, before we get into program design and where you would put this into your workout, first, it is freaking hot here in Dallas, Texas, and I'm sweating my ass off. Mitch behind the camera, we're both sweating. Anyway, let's quickly talk about the variations, because right now I've shown you can do this with a single dumbbell, but you can also do this with two lighter dumbbells. You could do this with a cable machine. You could do it with a barbell, probably a lighter barbell to start out. The one I'm using here is like a 15-pound barbell, not a 45-pound barbell. Either way, there are many different ways you can do this, and they all have their own unique pros and cons. pounds. Now, from a programming perspective and how you're gonna incorporate this into your workouts, the most important thing to remember is treat it like any other strength exercise. You want to progressively overload it over time, trying to lift more weight and maybe do a few more reps with a certain weight. If you don't know what progressive overload is, I have an entire video explaining the science of progressive overload. You can watch, link is in the description. Either way, I want you to be progressively overloading it. Just don't try and lift as much in this exercise as you would like a standard bench press, because based on the leverages, you're never gonna be able to lift as much in a pullover as you are in a bench press. Either way, progressive overload is king for both strength and for mobility. In terms of when in the workout you would do it, it really does depend on your goals and your level of priority for this exercise. Usually a lat pullover isn't your main goal. Usually someone's main goal is chin-ups or pull-ups or bench press or rows, something along those lines. But if your lat pullover is your number one priority, it should be the first thing you do in the workout. If it isn't your main priority and it's just an accessory lift, it should be done a little bit later on in the workout. Repetition scheme could be anywhere from like 6 reps on the low end and a very, very heavy weight, all the way up to about 15 reps for lighter weight and higher repetition. Either way, make sure you're challenging yourself within that repetition range. Now, if you don't feel comfortable designing your own workout program, or if you just want someone else to write your workout program for you, I can do that. I can be like a personal trainer in your pocket with my Inner Circle membership. It's a fitness app that I have. You can download it at the link in the description. It is where I write new programs every single month for, candidly unbiased, but the greatest fitness community in the world. The most encouraging, the most supportive, the most kind community in the world, with people who have never lifted before, all the way to people who are very high level lifters. If you want me to take care of all the guesswork for you, I will program your exercises, and keep in mind, it's programs for everybody. It's not individualized. It is monthly programs that everyone in the community gets. I have a 3 times a week option and a 4 times a week option. We also have dumbbell only options. We have body weight options. We have full gym options. Everything you need is in there, and I will write the workout program for you every single month. We also have specialization programs for powerlifting, for chin-ups, everything you could ever need. I will do it for you, and I will include exercises like you saw today, very underrated exercises that everyone can perform with modifications and exercise video tutorials, so you can understand exactly how to do them, how to use the right muscles, and get the most out of them. So if you'd like me to help you with that, link is in the description to join my Inner Circle. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you don't already. Have a wonderful day. Now I'm gonna go get some water. Talk to you soon.